friends. Look at this little pimple. Oh, say hey when you're hopping on. Went to the gym this morning. For Puerto Rico, it feels chillier this morning. I can really tell it's starting to be fall, just the way the wind feels. Normally it is very, very, very hot here. And the last few mornings it hasn't felt quite as hot. What's the weather like where you're at? We're gonna go in. OFIR has a 30% off site-wide, so use the code GIFT if you need makeup. And I'm gonna show you like a 10-minute face. It's kind of a go-to. If you followed me for a while, you might have already seen this before, but Christian and I are gonna go do something together today. And we're going, I feel like homeschooling my kids and moving across the country has really been a struggle of trying to figure out, normally, you know, kids were in school all day. And so really trying to find a balance of working plus feeling like your kids need you, and they seem to need me, I just feel like a little more than normal because they're here from like 7:30 to 3:30 or 4. They're here all the time. But typically those were the hours they were in school. I would get stuff done. And so I'm trying to carve out individual time for each one of my 4 kids. So today is Christian's day. Like yesterday I took him, we ate KFC, like parked in front of the beach. I'm just trying to take like little nuggets. If you have any tips of things that you do that are like special between your family, we did a family game night last night. If you work from home and you juggle trying to work and still want your kids to feel very safe, I'm open for any tips. Okay, going in with Plump. This just helps tighten your pores. I love using this under my makeup. I'm also going to do a vitamin C serum. Faith, it's 56 degrees where you are today. Where are you from? So, okay, going in with Brighten. This has vitamin C serum in it. They did extend 99-cent shipping to midnight tonight. This is just gonna help even out any sort of skin tone. Oh my gosh, Lori, 48 degrees. I need to go somewhere cold. We wanna go on a ski trip this winter. We went last year and our kids all learned how to ski, and it was probably the most fun we've ever done as a group. And so we wanna do like a little ski trip, but there's obviously nowhere to ski here, so we gotta figure that out. Okay, these are my 2 pre-makeup. Even if you're in a hurry doing skincare before, it just helps my skin like feel very taut. I enjoy putting that on beforehand. I feel like my makeup lasts a lot longer. I always use a primer as well, even if I'm in a hurry. Just because it's gonna give you that really glowy look. That is so cool. So it's about 90 here. So when I say it's cooler, but it's not like 95, 96. All right, so went to the gym. I'm doing a challenge for like a quads and glutes and all those things, and it's like they have workouts every single day. It's in an app, and I'm not gonna lie, it has been so challenging. I met Jenny there, she's been doing it as well, and her daughter was doing it, and it is just hard. So we did that today, and it was like sumo squats and goblet squats and lunges and curtsy lunges and just so many things. So I feel like I can barely move my legs. Okay, so I used Pomifera's Plump and Brighten skincare serum, and then I used OFIR's Skin Prep Dewy Primer. This is going to fill in all your little fine lines, your pores, your, give you like a really great foundation for your foundation to sit on. And then I'm going to actually go in with a Sheer Skin Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer today, and I can't remember what shade. This is Rye, and this one is Papyrus, and I really just can't remember which one is darker and which one's lighter. So I'm just gonna put because I am not super dark right now, so I'm not gonna waste this, so it'll be fine. But I'm definitely going in, I wanted the lighter one. So the lighter color for me is Rye, and I'm just gonna put that right on a foundation brush. So this is just a tinted moisturizer. If you're wanting like a lighter, there we go. Might be running out of that before I know it. If you're wanting like a lighter coverage, I do have a pimple here, but I am gonna put this on and do just a very 10-minute makeup kind of look. Anybody else moved their body today? Did you walk? Do you plan to walk? Are you gonna rut? Do you feel like you haven't moved your body in 5 years? I feel ya. Just little things that make you feel better. Getting some sunshine first thing in the morning, that like helps me. I absolutely love the way I feel. I have had to start getting up early to fit in moving my body into my schedule, but it has been really worth it. So, okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of collagen, and I don't know if you feel like you're multitasking your water all the time. I'm at the age where everything is multitasking, like vitamins, supplements. You're like, okay, I can do this and this at the same time. Walk and listen to an Audible. Like, we are in the zone. Adam was so funny last night. He's just funny all the time. I really just love him so much. Like, he's, we like rarely ever, like don't get along. Like, he is truly my best friend. Like, I have so much fun with him. And he's just so good to like make me feel seen and loved, and he's just, I love when he hops on with me. But I don't know if you ever go through seasons where we obviously have a lot of kids, but if you ever go through seasons where you just feel like so proud of your spouse, of like, man, you have, like, there's been so many things that have had to get done for all of the property and negotiating things, and then the new house, and then like all of our Puerto Rican residency, attorney stuff, like business transfers, like all kinds of things that no one ever sees, but that he does. And I'm just like, just so proud of him, but most proud of him for just like the way he loves our family. I don't know. I go through seasons where sometimes you just feel like extra grateful. Like, not that I don't love him all the time, but it's also the thing of like, I can't imagine doing this by myself. Oh my gosh, you are a real champ. Okay, going in with setting powder. This is the biggest difference for all of those, like your eye sockets. We all have them. We all have eyeballs. We all have eye sockets, but sometimes we can have shadows, or our makeup doesn't look quite as airbrushed or anything like that. This is going to be good for anywhere where you are shiny or sweaty. This is butter. It's oh no, it's not. Okay, I like this. That was the lightest. Okay, I want this one. It's got a little more of a yellow tint. My phone currently is almost black. Sometimes it gets overheated, or sometimes it gets, I don't know why it does this, but it's not just this phone. I've had other phones, but it does this like really fabulous thing where it just turns like, almost looks like you have it on battery save mode or something, but it isn't. And it does it when I'm live on occasion. So today I can barely see your comments, and I literally could not tell that that is a different color on my face, and I'm doing my makeup on the screen, so hopefully this turns out. Okay, don't underestimate the power of a bronzer. Bronzer. what are your love languages? Drop it below. We did a podcast once about love languages, and truly mine is like feeding me. That's a love language. Like acts of service. But the other night I was like, oh, like I had not eaten. He didn't eat. We cooked the kids dinner. We were trying to be healthy, and he like went downstairs to let the dog out, and he brought up snacks, and I just was like, this is love. Okay, this is the shade Deep, and I'm going to take just the tiniest bit, not even going to dip it into my bronzer. I'm just going to dip into like the excess on the mirror, and I'm going to go right down here. So we're trying to do finding out what our kids' love languages are as well, and being sure that like they are feeling loved in the way they receive love. And sometimes I can feel like we are constantly trying to love on our kids, and then they will make comments like we don't ever do anything as a family. And we're like, I work from home and we are all home together all the time. When really, when we like deep dive into that, it's like, I feel like we only are doing so, and I'm not getting time. So that's why recently we've really, especially moving here, we're trying to, I'm putting bronzer on this, trying to figure out what is it we all need and then each of our kids need. And I don't know, I feel like that's been really helpful to be like, how, like I feel like I'm loving you by bringing you your favorite Starbucks, and yet you don't feel seen because we haven't hung out and done alone time. Like you just want to, you could care less about the Starbucks. Or I have another kid that's like, I don't care if I see you at all, but when you bring me a treat, I feel so special. It's just kids, everybody is so different, and we all are, we're just trying our best. Okay, bronzer with a fluffy brush. This is your fall hack. Any 10-minute look. This really would be a less than 10-minute look if I didn't talk so much. So I'm using OFIR's makeup, and use the code GIFT. I linked it in the description of the video, or if you need links, you can drop the word me below. But if you use the code GIFT, you save 30% off. So how did I get all the bounce to my hair? Okay, so I did one way of doing my hair yesterday. Today I did it totally different. Today I used a straightening brush, and I just like did a big bouncy, oops, just accidentally turned that on, with a straightening brush. Yesterday I used a curling iron, and I had really, really defined layers. So I'm trying to figure out how I got my hair cut not too long ago into really thick layers, and I also got, my bangs were about here, they've grown. So if that tells you, take your collagen, your hair will grow fast. And so I am like, already have some roots going on. When my hair was dark, that's when I got my bangs, and then I've gone lighter from then, and then even now roots. So if you're like, that's not a lot of roots for where it used to be, it's because my hair wasn't light then. But okay, going in with Apricot. This is like a really beautiful color. I'm gonna do like some sort of a sunset cheek ombre today, but Apricot is just like a nice little blush color, and I'm putting it on my lid. I think it's just really pretty for this time of year, and it's a little warmer than the brown, but not too crazy. I just go right in the center, adds a little something. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with this just right here. Right on the apples. This is Apricot, and then I'm gonna add in Currant. And remember, Currant is powerful. And I'm gonna go right above where I contoured. But that's how I got, I don't know, it makes it to where your hair has some bounce, but it isn't straight. but it looked wild this morning after the gym because I was sweaty and I had it up in a bun, and I was like, my hair looks nuts. And so I filmed a tutorial before I did this of how to do my hair, and it took me 4 minutes. So if you're ever needing a straightening brush, I put the launch link in the description of this video. But they're so good, and my kids can also use them for like any sort of cowlicks, and so I really like that. Anyways, easy shadow look today. If you have extra time and you want to do your brows, I think brows frame your face really well. Is it hard to maintain extensions in Puerto Rico? So I don't think it's any different to maintain them here versus maintaining them anywhere else. But right now I only have just like a little row at the bottom, and I have one piece right here, just from where my hair's got like a little mullet phase going on. Sorry if you can hear my kids. My kids are homeschooled, and today is like a national holiday, you know, like Christopher Columbus Day. And they were like, we're off school tomorrow. And I was like, why are you off school? And they're like, all our friends are off school. It's Columbus Day. And I was like, does that count if you're homeschooled? And they were like, for sure. It's like, okay, well, I guess we are off school today. But we're taking our fall break a little later I know some of their friends back home, like school in Tennessee is already on fall break, but we're taking our fall break when my dad is in town. So they're doing schoolwork like regular, and then when my dad comes to town, then we'll take a break off school for a little bit. Do I feel like extensions damage my real hair? Absolutely. Yeah, I do. I did not feel that way until, I don't know, when I had hand tied, I don't feel like they did, but the tape-ins I do, and that's why I don't have many anymore. My natural hair is pretty long. Hang on, I'll show you. So this is my natural hair length. It's right here. So I only have that little row at the bottom to add just a little length, and then I have one piece right here. I'm like, because I feel like where my layers were cut, it's kind of short, and then all of a sudden it dips long, and I needed a piece here to transition it, and I will probably have to keep something there unless I just decide to go like, which you never know. I'm wild like that. Sometimes I get that itch where I'm like, I'm just cutting it all off. But anyways, you take it, as long as you don't let them get too like grown out, they're fine. They have a dissolver that they put on it, but this last time my hair girl was out of town and they just went too long, and it kind of they got sticky, so it was pulling my hair out. I don't know. So I'm gonna do better at, I think if you change them more frequently and don't let them get to where they can twist around and break hair, then you're doing good. This is waterproof. I don't want to use waterproof today, but if you're ever going to a funeral or anywhere, anything, then their waterproof is great. But every day I think it's really hard on my lashes because it's a really powerful waterproof mascara. I'm looking for a regular mascara. What's everybody doing today? Oh, lucky day. Oh, if you don't have one of these, this is a shaver tool. Christian told me while we were at the doctor's office this week, you need to shave your mustache, and I was like, dude, I don't know where my shaver is. And I was like, it's not that bad, and he was like, it is, Mom, it is. So kids will keep you humble, and praise the Lord. Well, that's exciting. Didn't find the mascara, but totally found, and I did find the mascara. Everything happens for a reason. Yes, halo extensions. I think that's a great idea. It's like a little fishing line and then has hair attached to it. And I have had one at a long time ago. I have a toddler, so that's my only beef with halo extensions. And then also, that's the big one. The big one is, will she rip it off and my weave goes flying? So at some point I might end up getting, you know, hair shorter. I've been trying to let it grow. We'll just see. It's always a hair saga. But part of it is me. I have, like, last year or the year before, I did a lot of different hair colors. I tend to, like, do a lot of videos and I get really bored. I just feel like this is so boring. And then also when I change my hair color, it can make my content look different. And you know, like when I had pink hair or different things just for different reasons, it can get your views. Like, oh, people stop their scroll to watch a hair tutorial because my hair was pink or whatever. And it's just, I have naturally really dark hair, so it's hard on my hair to do that. So highly recommend Launch's masks, anything like collagen if you're struggling with your hair. But a lot of it is me, extensions, and I haven't found anyone down here that does hand tied. But if you were looking to do extensions and you want the healthiest way to do them, I would do a hand tied extension. Going in with mascara. This is just the Comfortable Smudge Proof Mascara from OFIR, and this is not the waterproof, but I will say I use Pomifera's Erase Pre-Cleanser to take it off, because it is a mascara that does help lengthen and strengthen your lashes, but I feel like it's a little hard to get off. So you're going to use some sort of oil base to get the mascara off. Just a little pro tip. I'm gonna be so sore. I can feel when I'm leaning onto my leg right now that it's painful. I'm going to be so sore. Okay, is anybody's family dressing up for Halloween? I love family-themed Halloweens, and my oldest has been over it for a few years. One year we were gnomes, and it's my favorite Halloween family costume we ever did, but we were gnomes, and Christian had a snail costume, and he was a gnome riding an inflatable snail, and it was just wonderful. And so last year they did Wizard of Oz, and Adam was the Cowardly Lion. He dresses up every year as well, which is also one of my favorite things about him. Do you want to hear a cute story? Okay, so when we met, it was right before Halloween, and this was in 2018. So I just moved across the street from him, and he asked if I was taking the kids trick-or-treating, which I have had kids since I was 19. So I'm like, yeah, of course we're going trick-or-treating. And he was like, okay, awesome. Well, if you want to come by, I'll have candy. I did not know this, but he went and got a donkey costume, and it was the only costume he could find left at Walmart. It was on Halloween, and he got candy, and he was like, you know, I'll be out on my porch, you know, tonight if you want to swing by. So I walked across the street with the kids, and I remember Lexi going like, he's really nice. So years go by, we've had this donkey costume or whatever, and anytime we find it, we're all like, oh, because he used to would just come over and like, the kids liked the donkey costume, so he would wear it, and like they get on his back and they go on like a donkey ride. But anyways, I was like, I love that you always dress up for Halloween. And he was like, I had never dressed up for Halloween before. And I literally was like, it's like telling you like Santa's not real. You're like, what? And he was like, no, I only went and did that because for you guys to come over, and like I've never had candy on my porch or dressed up or anything. And I'm like, is that not the sweetest? Like, so nice. And then he's always been so good to just dress up and like go with me trick-or-treating with the kids, and just so sweet. And so we are thinking, Lexi and Lola suggested that they really loved Winnie the Pooh when we went to Disney. And so for him to be Tigger, and me to be like Pooh, and Veda could be a pot of honey, and they want to be like Eeyore and Piglet. And then Christian is going to be the Joker, and that is not going to change whether or not we are Pooh or not, but I think that's what we're going to do as our family this year. But anyways, cute little sappy love story of dating as a grown-up, and how cute is that? And I was like, it almost made it better. It was like, oh, you did that. Like, just like went out of your way to do that. It's so sweet. Weight in my heart. It worked. Okay, this is the shade All That from OFIR, and it is such a good, it is such a good fall color. Okay, so I know this doesn't look quite even, but you don't have to get it perfect. Then you're gonna go in with the shade Whatever. So this is All That and Whatever, and it's just my fall mix right now. Really love this combo. I sharpened them before the live today, so if we can all appreciate that moment. This would be a 10-minute makeup look again. Christian really needs to join. He doesn't want to. He would much rather be his own thing. And last year, or no, not last year, the year before, he kind of did his own thing as well. And he's at the age where I'm like, if you would rather do something else, I get it, but you don't want to be Winnie the Pooh. So, like, he'll be 16 in December. So, if he decides he wants to be part of our Winnie the Pooh, I could be a kangaroo, and he could be Pooh Bear, but he was like, no, do not make me be Pooh Bear. Okay, so this is Pomifera's Happy Salve. It's just a really, really hydrating salve, and I just take it, and I love that it kind of helps break down that to where it just blends amazing. Again, my screen is a little dark. I'm gonna look at a mirror, and I could just look atrocious right now. So good luck looking into that. Okay. Yeah, I could not even tell I hit my skin. Great. There we go. I am going to go in with just like the tiniest bit of foundation and spot treat that little pimple. So I love these tones with like, I'm a big copper, orange, greens, like I love fall tones. And then I think that this lip look just looks really, really good with those fall colors. So once you've kind of blended it around, if you want to go right over your chapstick just a little bit. You can just give it a little extra. You don't have to do that. If you're in a hurry, use chapstick, put some bronzer on your eye, and call it a day. But I just... Okay, this is that same color we used, Whatever. And Okay, don't forget if you use the code, yeah, like loving that. It's, you can't tell where it began, where it ended. So good. Such a good color combo. So if you use the code GIFT for OFIR, you will save 30% site-wide. Don't forget Pomifera has a 99-cent shipping until tonight at midnight if you're needing any skincare. I did link the launch link as well. If you need links for anything, you can drop the word me below and I'll send them to you. If you're wanting your hair, you're looking to try and like really help with that hair growth, I recommend increasing your collagen. How's the weather here? Beautiful. I sent Jenny a text this morning after we left the gym, and I was like, I love the weather here. Like I love it here. It is so good. I'll show you outside my window. The weather is beautiful. It is just sunny, and I have always been someone that as it gets drearier, is that the word, dreary? Tennessee kind of like gets dreary in the winter, not in the fall. I love Tennessee in the fall. I do miss that right now. But in the winter, from like Christmas until spring, everything sticks, right? And nothing's, and I am like, oh my gosh, I think, will this cure my seasonal depression? Like seasonal and like anything, like where you just feel kind of like, well, it feels cold and dreary. And it might heal it. I don't know if I'm a fan of it feeling 1,000,000 degrees all the time, but right now, like I can handle like 85 to 90 is a real sweet spot for me. So, this, yes. So I couldn't find this exact link. It is from Pink Lily, but I linked, they have a ton of really cute stuff right now. So I linked that as well. So if you need that, just drop the word me below. Hear my husband coughing. You know how you're like, oh, who's coming up the stairs? I can hear, oh, he's like doing a weird dance. What are you doing? I could hear him, and then you can feel someone like spying on you. That's
I have to fly to Pennsylvania.
Do you really? Or when?
There's a raccoon in one of the houses up there.
Adam.
I'm serious. There's a raccoon up there.
But do you have?
Fly up there and get it.
Stop. I thought he was serious. Oh, do you have a spouse who just jokes all the time and you never can tell if they're serious or not? He does have to fly for work some, and so he's like, I have to fly to Pennsylvania to deal with, he said it's because there's a raccoon at one of the accounts that he manages, but he's lying. But when he said because of a raccoon, I knew he doesn't have to leave. So silly. All right, I'm gonna hop off here. If you need help with anything, you can send me a message. If you don't know exactly what to do, but
See it? See the raccoon?
oh, there really is a raccoon.
Yeah.
But you don't have to go there for that.
Look at her.
That's a raccoon at one of our properties. That's so cute. Are they just gonna take like somebody else takes care of it? What in the world? Anyways, the lip colors I used were Whatever and All That from OFIR. So I'm gonna hop off here. I hope you guys have a good day, and bye.